So Mark is asking, why was Jacob afraid of his brother Esau?
It almost starts like a joke. Why was six afraid of seven? But
7, 8, 9.
Yeah, exactly. But why is Jacob afraid of Esau? Well, let's look at that. Actually, we do have some clear answers. First, let's look at their background. Genesis 25:27 says, "So the boys grew, and Esau was a skillful hunter, a man of the field, but Jacob was a mild man dwelling in the tents." So Esau was your manly man, all about strength and hunting and doing that sort of stuff. Probably good with a bow, clubs, who knows what else. And Jacob stayed at home, cooking with his mom, cleaning the house, doing that thing. So more mama's boy. So already there you have this huge disparity between strength, power, and Jacob probably wasn't a big fan on killing animals and that sort of stuff. Which is then he goes on to be a shepherd, taking care and protecting the sheep. And Esau, his description it seems very similar to me to Nimrod, who was in Genesis 10:9. We're told he was this mighty hunter before the Lord, and probably was a huge king setting up empires. Then we come to Genesis 27, verses 41 to 42. This is right after Jacob fools his dad into blessing him and had already cheated Esau out of his birthright. So it says, "So Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing which his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then I will kill my brother Esau." And the words of Esau...
Jacob.
Huh? I will kill my brother Jacob. Yeah.
Sorry.
It says, and the words of Esau, her older brother, were told to Rebekah. So Esau says these things too. They get relayed to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said to him, "Surely your brother Esau comforts himself concerning you by intending to kill you." So there was no doubt what was going to happen, right? Like Jacob was pretty sure that if he stuck around long enough, he's going to be murdered out of rage by his older brother, who is a hunter. Then we go to flash forward, Genesis 32, 7-8. Jacob is on his way back now to the land of Canaan to face his brother. And we're told, "So Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that were with him, and the flocks and herds and camels, into two companies. And he said, if Esau comes to the one company and attacks, then the other company which is left will escape." So he's still thinking, this is 20 plus years later, maybe 40 years later, I think. He's now coming back home, and he's still thinking his brother is going to go and kill him. And probably Esau was, because later on, Jacob gets a report that Esau is heading towards him with 200 men. What do you need 200 men for? Is that just one giant welcoming party? Or does it sound like a little army that's going to go slaughter Jacob and everybody? And if it wasn't for probably God's intervention, because Jacob was wrestling with God that entire night, maybe Esau would have totally attacked and decimated Jacob and his family.
Can you even imagine that? Like, you're in a situation where you know that, you kind of usurped the position of somebody else. So you know that you kind of wronged them, and now you're going to make amends, and you see this massive army coming at you with them, and you're thinking, like, you can't flee from that. If they're in sight, like, and you've got your whole group of people, you can't. So
he's got women and kids with him. Yeah. Esau has a bunch of really fit, strong, fast men.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
and
no way to get away from
I
it.
mean,
And Jacob has a ton of animals. Again, Esau just has men on foot.
yeah, it's like they're there as like a prized possession for Esau's army if if he's not happy. And it's so fascinating to me how Jacob wrestled with God as though his life depended on it, and it really did in that situation.
Yeah.
And he just insisted on wrestling until God blessed him through it. And I just find that so fascinating that he really the depth and intensity of fullness of what that wrestling would have been, knowing that literally his life depended on it.
Exactly. It's incredible. Tina, insights?
I mean, that's, yeah, sums it up pretty easily. I mean, I'm glad you brought up the point that, Esau was a hunter. He was a burly, hairy, tough guy. And Jacob was, like you're saying, kind of this mama's boy. He offered lentils to his brother, to try to get his birthright. I mean, like, I won't say he was kind of wimpy, but he wasn't, he definitely wasn't on the same level of physical ability. And so, yeah, and his brother was furious, and he kind of knew his brother really didn't fear God either.
That's
so
right.
He was like, what's going to stop my brother from killing me? He's humongous strong, and he doesn't care what God tells him to do. So, he sold his birthright for a bowl of lentils. So, obviously,
and married 2 heathen women.
Yeah, exactly. So he just lives by his emotions, his lust, his will, whatever he wants to do. So yeah, if he feels like wiping him out, he could have. But thank God in his mercy, God can turn the hearts of kings like rivers of water, as it says in the book of Proverbs. So yeah, that's
Amen.
Cool.
Amen.